Emma, hi, how's it going?
Hi, good.
I'm so hooked on your show. I'm really into Monarch. I'm really into your character, into your arc, into everything that's been going on in the show. I know it was a long road to get here, but how do you feel right now that your show is really picking up steam and people are really into it?
I mean, it feels great, Obviously now with the later episodes coming out, we're waiting to hear if we have another season or not. So that's
Mhm.
super exciting. I'm like dying to find out if we have another season or not. But I'm feeling great. I mean, they're coming out and I'm really happy with it.
I hope you get another season because we've introduced a lot of mysteries and they're starting to pay off right now.
Yeah, there's a lot that still needs to be settled.
Yes. So we do know now, and I was trying to speculate on what was going on because we were hinting at it. When we first meet you on the show, you're not, you're not a part of sort of the main family. It's about their family and the family dynamics, and you've remixed or done a TikTok version of one of the songs, so you're outside of it at the beginning. Um, why don't you set that up a little bit? Let's take it sort of back to the first few episodes.
Okay. Well, well, yeah, Anna is, she's from Albuquerque and it's
Mhm.
always just been her and her mom. And that's it. That's all they've really got. So, the discovery that that actually isn't all they've got is,
Mhm.
a really big deal to Anna. It's a really
I,
big deal to her. That's always been, you know, what she wanted is a family, and
yes.
she's actually got one.
I think we can reveal that now. I think it's been 7 and 8 have confirmed to us that
Yeah.
you are actually a part of this family, which changes everything, really. I mean, it changes your dynamic with everyone on the show because before you were just kind of, figuring it out. You were an aspiring singer, and now we've learned that you're in it. It might complicate your romance a little bit with Ace. I don't know. Doesn't
That's
seem to have yet.
well, it does for
Yes.
sure. Ace and I obviously are not, or Ace and Anna are not related by blood because
Yes.
he's adopted, but it definitely complicates things. I'll say that much. Kat's been against it from the start. Anna has
Mhm.
no idea why. She's like, "Hey, this is the best guy I've ever met. Why are you so against me being with him?" And so we find out that that's why. So there's going to be complications with that for
Yeah.
sure.
I mean, I have been watching, Game of Thrones and House of the Dragon, and sometimes the relationships within the family are the romantic relationships within the family are some of the most stable. But
Oh my
yeah,
God, yeah.
even though he's not related by blood, now he's your second cousin. So I think that's going to change it a little bit. But you didn't know beforehand; you had no idea.
No, no idea at all.
But that is cool. I like the romance a lot. I like you and or on an Ace together. What has that been like for you playing out those scenes?
You mean shooting those scenes with Inigo?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean it was so much fun to be honest with you. He and I got so close over the course of shooting in Atlanta. So, we were always happy when we got to do a scene together, especially because it was such a slow burn
Hmm.
over the course of the season. We always were like, this is awesome, and just had fun and laughed and it's great.
So from what I understand, you weren't you were a singer, but not necessarily country. Country wasn't your genre. But what I really like to see on the show is that the songs that you've been doing aren't necessarily all country songs, or there may be country versions. You had Watermelon Sugar, you've had a few others that sort of fit within that. So, what's that been like for you? I mean, was that a requirement coming in that you had to know the genre?
Well, no, it wasn't a requirement that I had to know the genre, but it was, we did singing tapes, when we auditioned. Um, and I wouldn't actually say that I'm a singer, you know. I like to sing and I love music of all sorts.
Would you wouldn't say you were a singer? You know, because I'm
I
watching the
wouldn't.
show and you seem to be.
No, I mean, I love to sing, and being a part of the show has given me an awesome outlet for that, you know,
Mm,
and helped me explore that. But I wouldn't call myself a singer, you know. If it's gonna be music or acting, it's always gonna be acting for me.
right, right.
But I wouldn't call myself a singer, but yeah, the show has given me an amazing opportunity to explore that and explore country music because
Mm,
I didn't really know anything about country music before the show, and now I love it. All sorts of it, folk, anywhere from folk to Little Big Town. It's all over the. I love all of it. Um, but we got to explore all different kinds of it on the show, also, which is great.
yeah. Well, let's get right into it then with your favorite episode coming out this week.
It is my favorite episode
Why is it your favorite episode? I've seen it and I enjoyed it, but why is that one your favorite?
because it was the most fun for me to shoot. Episode 9 is really cool for Ace and Anna because
Mhm.
it Ace and Anna are two characters in an adult world, and they're teenagers. So I thought it was really fun that in 9 we kind of got to do that teenage high school romance type thing, because you never see that or not never, but most of the time you don't see that on Monarch, because it's just them and their romance and their careers in the midst of this big country empire. So I thought it was sweet to be able to see them do the normal thing and be angsty and in love and running away. And I thought that was really good. And I had so much fun shooting it with Mylan, who directed episode 9. It was the best time. It was the best time.
Yeah. So I'm thinking about it in terms of the art. Now that you've said that maybe, you're not a singer primarily, one of your earliest songs was performing with Trace, who happens to be, an
Yeah.
actor and a pretty renowned country singer. So what was that experience like for you?
I mean, awesome. Just to put it, you know, straight. He's great. He's super cool. And just like singing with him and working with him is like, oh my God, he's amazing. And yeah, it was great to sing with him. It was super cool.
Yeah, you were doing Half of My Hometown, right? And I like the version. I like the way it was done too. I like how the songs tell the story on the show, which is so cool to see. They advance the story so well.
Yeah, it's super cool. Yeah. And I
And
love that. That was probably my favorite song that I did this
okay,
season.
give me a little bit into the magic, right, of the recording process. You do the songs before, then you set it up, or how does it work?
Yeah, so we spend a lot of time in the studio
Mm-hmm.
recording the songs. And you know the Anders brothers do all of the music for Monarch, and they're amazing, and they know exactly what they need you to do, and you go in and you do it and you do it and you do it and you do it until it's perfect. And then we go to set and they do playback. They play the song super loud,
Mm-hmm.
and we do our scene. I always sing really, like, really loud to make it look like I'm actually singing.
Mm-hmm.
But everybody does it differently.
And
Yeah.
it looks good. I mean, it looks good on the show, and the songs, they sound good. It doesn't feel like, I've seen other shows in which the songs feel like they're kind of shoehorned in, or they don't really do very much, on musical shows. But in yours, they tell the story and they're just really good. It feels like it fits.
Yeah, thank you.
You
I'm
must
glad.
be you must be thrilled though, like with this being your show. Like you must feel really proud of it.
Yeah, I am. I definitely am.
What about the one coming up? Because I've had a chance. First, I found it and I listened to it, but then I got to see you perform it, the song Fresh Eyes, which again is kind of like it's a country song, but it's like not quite a country song. So what was your experience like with that one?
Yeah, that's one of the ones that is more of a modern country thing, you
Yeah.
know. It's yeah, my experience with that was super fun. I mean, like I said, we went in, we recorded it in the studio, and then we got to do this cool location shooting that, and we had a bunch of people in the crowd. Mylan, oh my God, it was so fun to shoot. Um, Mylan was like yelling to everybody. He was like, "Hey, you're at a party, it's fun. Everybody dance, with the background." And so it was super fun. It was like really cool.
You were talking about how this is sort of your biggest role to date. How have you felt like it's been sort of like an acting class for you as well?
Oh, I see. Yeah, I mean, working with everybody has been amazing. Everybody's taught me something different. Working with Marta, who I probably worked with the most all season,
Hmm.
amazing. I mean, she and I, when we were working together, we would talk, and she'd be like, "What do you think of this?" And then she would help me through a lot of things. And so yeah, it's been, I mean, they say that doing things is the best practice, right? Actually being in it and doing it. So yeah, totally. That's been my experience with it.
Take me back to the beginning, because to get to this point is cool. I really, really hope that it continues on. I want to see more seasons. I want to see how it develops. But how do you know? How much do you know at the beginning when when you're becoming a part of the show? How far do you get at that point?
Do you mean how much does Anna know about what's
No, how much did you know coming in about
oh
the
oh
show?
oh, I see. um n- you know I knew that Ace and Anna were going to be related. um but really, I didn't know much at all. And things were changing all the time. Things were being rewritten, new scripts all the time. So it was, I mean, none of us really knew much at all.
Mm.
It's just kind of, yeah.
But you must have really enjoyed seeing it develop in the way that it does.
Oh my gosh, yeah. Every time we'd get a new script, every time we heard something new, we were excited, and we're ready to see what was going to happen.
Okay, I have to ask you about this, something completely different. Um, Fox actually branded a whiskey, a bourbon, based
Uh-huh.
on the show, The Truth Teller, and it features more and more prominently. Like it's a made up bourbon. What do you think that's been like?
I think that's super cool that they did that. Yeah, I think that's awesome. My family has all ordered it online. It's like super cool. I love that they did that. You know, it gives people who love the show something to hold on to.
I just want to say lastly, because I haven't had a chance to say, you are really phenomenal on this show. You're great. I like your scenes a lot. I like that, that you're figuring it out, that it's coming together on the show. So it must be just such a blast to film it, right?
Yeah. Thank you. Yeah, it was so much fun.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I really am excited for what's to come out, to come up, for everyone to get a chance to see it, to see more of the developments. And it was
Yeah.
really a pleasure hearing from you. I really enjoyed this. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. I had such a good time talking to you. Thanks.